Moving on to old business, Dr. Zalis will give us a reconfiguration update.
I'm going to defer to Mr. Henshaw because we're going to talk specifically about demolition of the building at the annex at the high school and then our food service program and the overall timeline.
Just a reminder, the addition at the high school is scheduled to open in fall of 2017.
It's coming quick now.
It's 16 now, getting closer all the time. I just put this up here just as a reference point for site, for people that might be watching it first time on TV. The location of the new wing in relation to everything that's there already at the high school. This is the most up-to-date floor plan. With the blue represents renovated classrooms. The red splash up there in the left corner. Just wanted to, I made that note there so you would know that space under that is currently an assistant principal's office, Josh Smith, if you're familiar with that area. Originally, we considered remodeling it. We've taken that off the plan, which saves us about $40,000. We feel like we can repurpose that without totally needing to demo it and start over. So we've identified, with the help of our administrative team over there, how we can use that space without asking the general contractor to do anything to it. So just wanted to make you aware that we're still always looking for areas that we can save money and still do appropriate, do what we have said we're going to do for our students. The timeline, working on the drawings, all the specifications for the documents. February, March is going to be a busy time. We'll have a bid document release for the demolition of the annex. We did decide to separate those two. That'll give our local contractors maybe a good shot at the demo job. And so that'll be posted right around February 1st. We'll advertise it in the newspaper, have the bid document on our website, and anyone that's already contacted me, any of the local companies, will send a direct email to them telling them that it's available when it's released. Then we'll ask the board to award a contract later in February on that demo and execute that. Hopefully during spring break, that building will come down. And then also be releasing bid documents for general contractors for the new addition toward mid-March or early March. April to May, then award the contract, and you can see there, begin construction in May, and finish, the goal is to be finished June 1st and to move in July, move-in date, and open 2017. Any questions about that?
With the annex coming down, we've got the wrestling for next year sorted out, or are we still working on that?
Still working on it. You know, obviously, we do have some, we have our own facilities that we can choose to use, so that's always, you know, where we just assign a facility to wrestling and, you know, either a practice gym or one of the gyms, the elementaries or something where it's set up and ready to go. But still, you know, the AD and coaching staff are working through maybe identifying some other areas that we talked about earlier.
Good.
Kelly, what'd you all settle on in the larger room? It's not numbered up there on the drawing, but I know you.
That lecture room, it'll
Yeah.
seat, there in the center of the picture, that'll seat about 80 students. So easily 2 classes for presentations. Lecture room, it will have 2 tiers, much like this boardroom, except not 4, but 2 wide tiers where students could do group work together at tables, but also turn to the front and be able to view a presentation. That room right now, just this last week, we signed off on the floor detail. Where carpet is, that room will be carpeted is the plan. Obviously, cabinetry, we're planning on building that ourselves for that room as well as the main office through our vocational school again. So most of the rest of the building is VCT, vinyl tile, like we have in our facilities. The bathrooms have porcelain tile.
I bet you that room gets used a lot.
I bet it will be.
I think it will be used
I bet that's-
by obviously for our students,
Yeah.
but also meetings and, you know, our facilities are available for other groups as well.
We do plan to equip it well technologically
Yeah.
and aesthetically, like this is a it's got soundproof acoustics, I guess is what I'm trying to say, but it'll be a nice room. And
Will it have use as a
community-
classroom
Yeah.
also?
It can, yes.
Yeah, okay. I mean, yeah, okay.
At this time, it's not, as Jim and Amy and Josh are working through classroom assignments, Greg, it's not, doesn't appear that it's going to be required to be a classroom.
Okay.
That way it would be available every day for any group that needed to sign up.
Gonna bring two classes together.
Yeah, yeah.
3 or 4 groups together. Presentations.
Yeah, that'd be a great thing to
Dr.
have.
Zell, you started to say something about community access to it?
Yeah, I would say it's another room like this one gets used by more than just us. Lecture hall, we got speakers. We had just some discussion about how we could involve people from the community that might work at the hospital or university to come to us rather than us going to them, because we have a place where we bring.
We've
several
hosted
classes.
DESI trainings for not only our staff, but other schools in our
Can you
region.
remind us about the rooms 9 and 10, about how have you settled on the floor and the elevations?
9 and 10 will be on the elevation of the current elevation of 10.
So it'll be,
It'll
okay,
just be 2 classrooms. We
Step up
moved
from-
the lecture room.
yeah,
They'll be level. There won't be a step in those rooms at all.
Okay.
Those will just be normal classrooms. We had too many conflicts with elevation to put the lecture room there. Originally, on one of the drawings, the lecture room was there.
Right.
So now
Yeah.
the lecture room's moved up. And
Right.
actually, probably worked out to be better. It's near the front doors. It's near the administration office. So, you know, as you just work through all those options, the goal is to always find the best
yeah,
result.
yeah,
So.
yeah, okay.
And I know it's something you've talked tirelessly about with the architect and such, but the time frame, we're not being aggressive with it at all. Everything should be pretty,
Yep.
barring any
Right. Feeling pretty good about it.
unforeseen. Feel real good about it still. Excellent.
Great.